citizens. Citizens of the Citizen Archive Research Project of Objects Unknown. Calling all citizens. Citizens of the Citizen Archive Research Project of Objects Unknown. Welcome to Objects Unknown.
I believe I found voids, shall I say, areas that look to be, unless some great reason is given by worldwidetelescope.org, that look to be intentionally, completely, no kidding around, blacked out. Let's get into it. I have two different examples, two different parts of the sky in stellar cartography, right? This is one. You're looking, let me pull out. I want you to, the reason I'm doing a screencast, I want you to see what I'm looking at. I've posted a ton of pictures to verify what we're talking about, so you can look at it too. I really am not going to be able to talk about why this would happen. We can come to our own conclusions later and talk about it, but check this out. All right, this is, just so you know, I am posting the coordinates of all this, so don't freak out on me like, post the coordinates. We will be, and they're in the images we're posting. Okay, this is actually, we call it number 2, the second one we found here today. Let's just get into it. This is in the Pegasus section, and if you want to know what it's near the star, star. It's in Perseus, sorry, yep. And it's HR 950, little group of stars. I mean, there's a million stars that you can, around this area that you can peg it by. But, and it's by a known galaxy, NGC 1174 in Perseus. NGC 1174, that's what it's by. Find that galaxy, you'll find the void or the image blurring of space. Why? Okay, you're starting to see it. I'm going to get in some great outlines, make it even easier, but I just want to show you what I see. Let's look at this area, and you can see where things, this is not just a natural void, and you'll see why in a second. Let's go down to the void, this strange void occurring in space, and you'll see where they didn't get it quite right. Let's go through the contours of the edges. Okay, we're looking up through here. You can see this one star, they kind of overcropped it a little bit. You can clearly see it here. Let's go down here. Look at these stars, the ones that look like flashlights, like they're spotlights. It's because they didn't blur it out perfectly enough. And it's going up and through this area. This is another edge. This is an example. Okay, it goes up through here, and I'm going to show you the outline in a second. I'm not going to go through every detail here because I have better detail. But look at this. You can see exactly where things were cropped out and blurred out in this gigantic section of space. Let's go through it. Complete. And by the way, I'm deep zooming. There's nothing there. And I haven't seen any void like this that was natural on these star maps ever. But if you look at this, we'll go back up to here, blacking out. So it's going all through this way. Hopefully you're seeing my cursor and all up through here. Now, let me give you a better example of that. Some of the images, we did some really pretty cool outline work. This is number 2. Let's look at this. Here it comes. Bear with me. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. Okay, I did a little contrast work here. Here's the basic outline. Now, I intentionally did not draw the outline perfectly because I wanted you to be able to zoom in enough to see where you can see the stars being blurred out, so you can see the actual edges of it. But this is what we got. Now, should this void have come in here up in this upper left? Maybe I should have brought it in around those stars. Yeah, probably so. It's not exactly precise, but it gives you a good idea of just the part that was blacked out. And if you look at it, let's go to number 2. I'm going to take it to even a better example. These are all my examples and nomenclatures. Let's look here, number 2 location, so you can get a good idea. By the way, it's by the star Algol, A-L-G-O-L. Let me give you another example here. Closer view, number 2. Good. Yeah. This is close. Now, this is a little galaxy in the upper right. We did some extreme contrast just to kind of show you what's going on here. And let's kind of get into it. Let's look down in here. You can see these star image blurrings very clearly. You can see the edges of this apparent manipulation blurring out of in this entire section. And it's pretty clear. Now, let's go ahead and show you the first one we came across, found earlier today. I'm calling that, yes, image number 1. Let's bring image number 1 up. I think this is an appropriate one. Perfect. Here we go. This is image number 1. Now, just coming across space here, we notice this little blurring out. Do you see it? Yeah, of course you see it. How could you not? Just a billion, millions and millions of stars. And we came in and went, wait a minute. What's all this blurring all about? And I'm going to give you a much clearer example. And looking at number 1, this is what we discovered. Okay. This is even closer, a closer view of it. And look, if you get down here, you can clearly see the cropping here and the blurring even up and above the remaining stars on the edges. You can see the blurring. See it for yourself. I don't even have to point it out, do I? I'll go up to here. You can see it clearly. Now, just look for yourself. We'll take us through the void, the blurring out of an entire section of space. For what reason? I don't know. I searched this area of space pretty thoroughly, and I didn't find any seams of the images. And you can find the seams, the actual seams of the one scan of space, and then they'll stitch it to another part of space that it's contiguous to, and it's not here that I'm finding. And this is another location. This is not the first location where I was showing you. And look at this right here. This is great. Okay, let's go through these stars. Look at this. You can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see the cropping. You can see the blurring. And to make that more dramatic, I believe we did some really good contrast enhancement so you could see. Yeah, this is it. I think this is it. Yes, it is. Look at this. We did some extreme contrast, right? To kind of see what's going on under the picture here. And you can see it very clearly. Now, the white outline, of course, is ours. We did not draw it precisely because we want you to see the stars that are kind of cut off in the image, right? And so don't comment that I didn't draw it exactly precisely like a knife. I didn't want to. I want you to be able to see where the blurring is in the entire section. And of course, this is the other example. It's not the first one I showed you. It's the other one. So look at this. Amazing, huh? I mean, wow. Wow. So why are they doing this? What's in this area of space? Now, I'm sure, folks will talk about several different reasons why they blacked out entire gigantic light years in length areas of space in their oh-so-accurate stellar mapping survey 360 tool. Okay? But I really wonder why. So, pretty interesting. I mean, look, I've got a couple of things I think. It's only because, I've spent so much time in this. It is ridiculous, the objects that we are finding that look to be caught in transit in this survey tool. And, these objects are pretty inexplicable. And if you follow our channel, you know what we're talking about. And we're not just posting, I hope you feel this way about us, we're not just posting pareidolia. We're not just posting squiggly lines and going, oh, look, it's a craft. No, if you follow us, we're posting legit stuff at least that's legitimate in terms of it. Wow, anybody would look at that and go, what the hell is that? And it's amazing. So I do wonder if maybe things are being discovered in these scans and they're going, gee, we're not going to show that. Maybe, maybe not. But it's worth talking about, that's for sure. Yes, there's always a million reasons. But I got to tell you, when I'm looking here and I'm seeing all these different, not all these, the two we've discovered here, and seeing images of this kind of cropping and blurring into separate sections of space. And by the way, if you go on this tool, believe me, you will not see voids like this all over the place. You just won't. Let me pull out, okay? I mean, there's certain areas, but if you go right down to those areas, and like, here's a good example. Okay, here's the one we found, discovered, right? See this void? And we only saw it not because of the voidness of it, only because we saw some of the blurring going on, so it attracted attention, right? All right, just let me show you the detail. Okay, let me go down to something that if I pull out might look void-ish, right? You might go, oh, well, look, there's another void, and there's another one. Okay, let's say, I don't know, which one? I'll just pick any kind of black area that I can't fully resolve right now. I could say, okay, this area, wow, that looks like a void. Let's go down and see. But see, look how it is. When you zoom in, you get down here, you realize, no, there's no void there at all, right? So it's a big difference when the kind of stuff we're showing as opposed to, oh, you're just looking at the tool and every black space with no stars you're calling a void. No, we're not. Check this out. Oh, boy, I could call a lot of this is black voids, right? But then you go in and you do further investigation, you zoom in, you realize, oh, there's nothing void here. There's, it's full of stars, right? So you only show these things when you literally go, well, what the hell is that? Why is that all blurred out, right? And these things are so hard to find. I'm going to have to go back and put the coordinates in myself. But I just want to give you an example. We're doing careful work. We're not just seeing something and going, oh, look, it's a void. I assure you. And we try to give you pretty good documentation so you can at least follow our logic. But recapping, let's go back in here. I want you to just see what we've looked at. Okay, this is image, the first one we found. Look at this. This is the one that you could, if you're going past this in the tool, you could go, oh, what's all that blurring? Get up close on it. There's no stars. It's a void. It was cropped out for some reason. I'm about to say for sure, because you look at this one. This is the other example. This is one of the edges to it. And we kind of recap with, this is a good one, where you can clearly see what's going on here. And any other place that looks like a void, and we zoom up on, you see millions, thousands of stars, so you get the point. These are two clear examples of this kind of thing going on. I don't know why it's such a topic this week. I don't know why we're coming across this. We're looking for lots of different things, but it's there, and we keep finding, I think, reasonable evidence to say, yeah, there's something going on. And look, at best, it's just this. At best, if there's a reason for it, it's not on any seam lines or edges of scans where you could say, oh, that's just an overlap of one scan to another. It's time-lapsed or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. But when you're not seeing that and these things are existing, and I've looked in the documentation for this tool, and of course on the astronomical organization site, it's just not notated at all. So at best here, this starts, it feels irresponsible, like, well, what are these things? Tell your public. There needs to be side notes to this, notation, but whether there should be or not, who knows? Maybe that's just my opinion, but I think we really are finding evidence of and taken as a whole, all the bizarre objects we are seeing on this tool, which is a wonderful tool, and then to take into account what we've shown you here today, man, it begs a discussion. It really does. So I wanted to do the screencast rather than just post pictures so you could really see what we mean. Let the discussion continue. Hey, listen, we are Citizens Archive Research Project of Objects Unknown. If you don't know our channel, what we do, there's a lot of great channels you can go to look at this kind of stuff. We want to be unique, so we only research space agency archives and great stellar tools like this. And right now, so what are we investigating? We're looking at all the space telescope missions, right? And what a wonderful thing. And I got to tell you something. Somebody said in our post today, well, oh, NASA, never a straight answer and all this kind of stuff. I know what you mean, and sometimes that's true. But look, it's hard to criticize the very people that are giving you the data to go look through. I don't think they know what this stuff is any more than we do. It's just that they don't say about it. That's not their job. So I think it's a citizen research effort. And I think that's what they've allowed it to be. I think NASA has, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, ESA, these guys. I think it's just, look, we're going to put this out there. And citizens need to discover it and talk about it, because really it's their job, and they cannot talk about aliens. They can't talk about, oh, look at that artificial craft at the edge of the solar system. You know it's not going to happen. Disclosure is never coming from the government. It is never coming from official sources. It's going to come from a citizen movement doing decent research. And that's what you guys are a part of. And our channel is growing in leaps and bounds. So hopefully we've hit a chord. Trying to do good stuff here. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you're into it. I am Terry McMahon, founder of the Citizens Archive Research Project of Objects Unknown. Thanks for watching. Hope you dig it. Please have some comments. I want to know what you think.